Hi, welcome to EnSmarten Yourself. This week's podcast is brought to you by Jonathan Kennedy's Cadillac Cleaning Service. It'll really blow your mind.
Thank you, Jared. Today, we are joined in the studio by Neilson Brown, Professor Emeritus of SMRTness at EnSmarten University.
Hello.
Hello.
Pleased to be here.
Good.
Actually, I had something to talk about, but I can't find... Oh, there's my phone. All right, I'm going to show you a colour, right?
Yeah.
And I want you to tell me what you think about this colour. And, like, what name you would give it. All right? You see that?
Mm-hmm.
Well, you got fade shift on, so I assume.
Oh, yeah, good point.
My first thought was
Production value.
Slightly brown, yeah.
My thought was moss because I saw
Right.
green. Okay, that's less green.
Yeah.
I see turquoise.
Okay. Okay. Like, can you think of something in nature that is that colour? No, there's a bit to this.
This is a bit? Okay.
Yeah, this is...
It's really paying off. Not really,
Maybe
no.
something you'd see at the beach.
I'm thinking opals, not exactly
seashells?
the opals, but like some of the colours in opals
right.
that you could see.
You ready for the name of this colour? Seafoam green.
Oh, ew.
Have you seen seafoam?
Yeah, it's gross.
It is not that colour.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
I knew that the name of that colour is seafoam. Yeah, no, I've heard that.
Well, like,
I was thinking cyan.
oh, cyan.
But that's more of a blue.
Yeah, but it's got a bit
That's
of green
blue,
in it.
though.
Oh, well,
That's
I mean,
the
it's like a
weird thing.
fluoro blue, isn't it? Isn't cyan fluoro blue?
Not exactly.
I mean,
It's
I'm not-
close.
I am not a,
It's there, almost.
You're not
I'm not a colour
colorologist?
scientist, and I discovered today while I was trying to find why it's called seafoam green that there is such a thing as a colour scientist. Like, and like
yeah.
not like a eugenics guy either. I mean, like a like actual colours, like primary colours and red and blue. Which one are you? Two.
I think I'm more red. I'm wearing an orange shirt, so maybe.
Oh, I was checking which like
Oh,
microphone
on the,
you put you
no,
on.
the
I
levels.
thought this was more
Yeah,
of your
just
bit.
hold that up a bit closer to your face.
Your face. Just move it slightly closer.
But yeah, isn't that messed up?
Yeah, it's not. But
what-
seafoam's like a gross browny, off-whitey sort of,
Yeah.
like seaweed colour sort of. Not really, but like it's gross.
I think
Yeah.
seafoam is white. That's when I think of seafoam. That's what I think.
Yeah, but because it's not quite like the color of the waves, but like when there's just that feral, like bubbly stuff that's like
Gross
left
that's
behind
sitting on the beach
afterwards.
in winter.
Yeah.
Yeah, it happens. It
Yeah,
happens
usually in
winter.
winter.
Yeah, yeah.
And when like the detergent tanker ship like keels over and turns the sea into a washing machine. I'm sure that's happened at least once. That'd be hilarious, like ecological disaster. But
Yeah.
you just see this.
Detergent.
You see
Why
this
would there be
ship
that
going
much
into.
detergent on a ship?
How do you think they fill so many bottles with it? Riddle me that.
Well, they'd be also inside the bottle, so it wouldn't just be like someone like turned the tap on and like detergent's going in, boys.
Coming through the shower.
Someone's like turned a tap on and just poured like straight detergent into a boat.
That reminds me of a story of a bunch of guys that like snuck into their, well, not snuck into their friend's house, but like while he was out, like teetered up with a girlfriend, they changed the water. They basically played with the plumbing and disconnected his house from the water supply and connected like 40 or so like tanks of like beer to his water supply.
Oh, yeah, I remember this. Yeah,
so
this
like
was an ad,
everything
yeah.
that water it would come through in his house was beer. So like the taps, the showers, the hose outside, everything was beer.
That'd be cool for like 10 minutes.
Yeah.
And then he'd be like, "Cool,
After
I'm
you-
now
now I need a shower.
dehydrated."
After your 10th beer shower, you just smell like a bakery. Well, actually, no, you wouldn't, because bakeries smell really nice. You'd smell like a Queensland pub where the floor's not even carpet.
Yeah,
Like,
it's
have you been to
tiled
one of
floor.
those pubs?
Yeah, tiled floor. Yeah, there's
The tile floor, because they can just hose it off at the end of the night when everyone throws up on it.
That's clever.
Honestly, I think they should get, like, at slaughterhouses, they've got, like, that grill floor that the blood just goes straight through. They should get that for pubs. And just have, like,
Good
a nice
idea.
drainage system underneath.
Some clubs in Sydney should need that.
Oh, yeah.
How
yeah, especially in
grotty
the
they can get.
bathrooms. Yeah,
Do
Yeah.
you know in San Francisco right now, so it's no longer a crime in San Francisco to shit on the street.
What?
Yeah.
yeah.
Because they're like, that's discriminatory
Go on.
to homeless people or something.
What if I just want to shit on the street? What if I'm not
Oh, you
homeless and
can.
I just want to go outside and just be like,
You
Give it
can.
a go.
be
That's
like, morning guys, you know, I'm just, and I got like a newspaper or,
It's like that's
or
the
my phone
reason
now because it's
to travel to San Francisco now. Like, forget the Golden Gate. Forget
could you
the places that they filmed The Room at. This is why we go to San Francisco.
And The Rock.
now. And The Rock. Forget Alcatraz. This is now the reason people are going to San Fran.
Did you see The Rock?
Yeah, I've seen The Rock.
I've seen
I saw it with
part
you.
of The Rock.
Winners go home and fuck the prom queen.
I've seen up to the part where Nick and Sean are on their own.
Spoiler alert.
Yeah.
Have you seen the
like a
well, have you
20-year-old
seen the best line in the whole film?
Depends on which one.
When he's about to launch the rocket,
Yeah.
and the bad guy's tied to it.
Yeah.
And he says, "Do you know that song, The Rocket Man?" Well, that's you. You're the Rocket Man. And then he launches the song. This is like that's why Nicolas Cage is I think the most criminally underrated actor of all time.
I am also the most criminally underrated actor. of all
Neilson
time.
Cage. Oh, that should be his stage name.
Neilson Cage.
I'll put it on the
That
list.
sounds like a Mortal Kombat character or something.
Yeah.
But like a Mortal Kombat character.
Fatality. Neilson Cage wins. Also, there's a character called Johnny Cage.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, there is.
Johnny Cage.
No, that's
So
why
Nicolas
The guy
Cage
just-
also sounds like a Mortal Kombat character.
That's true.
They're all related.
Anyone cool? Or what was the name of
His
that
uncle.
guy that made the song that it was just like 4 minutes of silence?
Yeah,
John
John Cage. Was it 4 minutes,
also
33
Johnny
seconds?
Also Johnny Cage
That's true.
to his friends.
You know, I saw a picture of like a video of, it might have been a joke, of 4 minutes 33, a video of it getting pulled for copyright infringement.
Oh, because someone did turn the
So-
audio on their
No, like somebody like uploaded like a performance of 4 minutes 33 and got like dinged for copyright infringement over
nuts.
silence. I'm hoping it was a joke, but it was a picture I saw.
What if you made it like 4 minutes and 36 seconds of silence?
Look,
That would be like doing like a
homage, like a
yeah,
like
like
a
homage,
satire.
like a
No, it's a
dance
cover.
remix.
Parody.
It's a dance remix.
It's an EDM remix. This is my silence EDM remix.
Every song is a cover of that song. If you're
If you
not
press
listening to it.
If you press mute every song, or it's like
Like some people play it a bit faster, like they finish it in 1 minute 23 seconds.
see with that. Like I'm not surprised. It would be. I wouldn't be surprised if it was an actual copyright strike. We got. Well, it wasn't a copyright strike.
We got
but-
spam struck.
Yeah, we got spam struck on YouTube for our second video.
Oh, it's because we have an automatic upload thing on Podbean,
Yeah.
and it just uploads like the stock Podbean image and the cover of your thing and like the track name and stuff. And they were so similar, and there was no video, and the audio must have been similar enough for to a machine.
Yeah,
And,
Just you guys are just monotonic.
Yeah, so I think they said, oh, it's not okay to post repetitive or spam videos.
we don't even have that many running jokes. Quite like repetitive jokes, you know.
No, I think the only thing like there was a brief running joke where I was like, for those drinking along at home, and I've noticed editing, I say like the whole whatever thing a lot. So I'll be like, oh yeah, that's the whole JFK thing, you know, or like that's the whole. What was another thing we talked about? Serial killer thing, you know?
Yeah, I mean,
I say that a lot. And you
thought
say,
it was-
yeah, no.
well, nah, yeah. that was put on. That wasn't a real thing. It's it's YouTube. But yeah, it's funny because like we put in because it got kind of taken down obviously because they're like, this is obviously spam, and then like we put in a ticket or request or whatever to get it undone, and then they're like, yeah, no, it's all good, don't worry. You're all good, mate. And I
They
was like,
listened and they saw the merit.
and
I
they
mean,
were like,
I-
wow, these guys.
It was quicker than I thought. Like, I thought we were going to be waiting for like 4 weeks.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, so
And then we just get more and more strikes as we automatically publish more podcasts.
yeah. I mean, I think it's funny that like there are YouTube channels out there that actually do pretty bad stuff,
Yeah.
but we get struck. Just your run of the mill, average Joe Blow, just trying to make his own way in the world podcast.
Well, I mean, there's like legit like neo-Nazis who are like,
Yes,
10 reasons we need the white ethno-state now, sort of stuff.
Well, yeah.
Like, I mean, beyond Trump supporter level. I mean, like, like actual,
Like actual Nazis.
like guys who are like, well, the Holocaust did happen, but it was actually Hitler trying to save the Jews because Hitler's evil. Or like, yeah, that's the next level of Holocaust denial.
Are we like segueing into the topic? No, do we need to play the theme song?
Yeah, we do need to play the theme
All right,
song.
play the theme song.
Okay.
One moment, please.
Learning. Smart. Self-help. Podcast.
The beginning of your mind.
Masterpiece.
Beautiful. Sorry, I just gotta
It's like
brings a tear to my eye every time.
it's like Beethoven, Mozart, this.
Oh, you're saying they're better than us?
Oh yeah. Now. But only them.
Just
Only
them.
them.
Everybody else
is
below that, but
Yeah.
just Beethoven, Mozart.
Like Hendrix is
better.
number 4, if that makes you feel any better. All right. So the reason we brought Neilson in is because he's doing his master's thesis in conspiracy theories, applied conspiracy theory,
Applied conspiracy.
Applied conspiracy
or is it
theories.
applied conspiracy theoretics?
That sounds a bit more smart.
Yeah, that's
Theoretical applied
and theoretics.
conspiracy theories.
Let me just check. All right, which ones do you honestly like buy into? Let's start with Neilson.
I actually don't know of any that I buy into off the top of my head.
I have one.
Yeah.
This is it's not a world. I think it's pretty small. It's an Australian thing where so if you follow like NRL or AFL or whatever, it's and this is pretty loosely based ground. It's every time there's like a political whatever in Parliament, there'll also be a drug scandal in the NRL or AFL.
Like within like a few weeks of each other?
No, not even like the same day.
Really?
Yeah, and so it gets to the point where it's like, oh yeah, Tony Abbott's doing this, but peptides, they're the real enemy.
That's true.
Yeah.
And like a whole bunch of those broke when Tony Abbott was PM.
Yeah,
Because he had a new like thing every week where someone was like, "Oh, he ate an onion funny."
he had a raw onion. That actually happened. Look it up.
Yeah, no. If you're not, we know there's at least one person not in Australia here. Tony Abbott was one of our prime ministers. We've had like 5 in the last 10 years.
Was there context to the onion eating?
He was in an onion farm.
Yeah, but like, was it like set up for intentionally, or was he just like he
I-
had a bit of the munchies? and
Because it was
felt
it was like a photo op, and I
Yeah.
guess like
You know how you had like politicians have to eat the produce and be like, that's good produce.
yeah. But the thing
So
is,
he
like,
was at an onion farm and they were like, here's an onion.
I mean, I
You've
do
gotta
wonder
eat
if the
this.
farmers were trying to like see like. Do you reckon
See if
it
they
was
could
like?
get him.
Do you think he'll eat it like an apple?
Do you reckon he'll just
Oh,
go
yeah.
at it?
So that's
Would he
the
even
thing.
take the skin off?
That's the thing. If you're
I don't think he did.
No, I'm pretty sure.
No,
I
he should-
remember he just
it-
bit
it-
straight into it with the
no,
skin.
I
on.
remember because I saw the skin like dangling from the side of his mouth or something.
Oh.
I'm pretty sure.
And he had like a face on that
Or
was
maybe I
like-
remember it differently.
He had a face on. Oh, his face was like, look.
I know what I'm
It was,
doing.
no, it wasn't even that. It was like, oh, what am I doing? I've got to look good for camera. So it's like, oh, what am I doing?
a
But I got
good
to look good
onion.
look for camera. That's good onion.
It was a raw onion too. Like that's not an
Yeah.
easy thing to bite into.
Yeah.
I've eaten a raw onion. Obviously,
Yeah,
minus like the gross bits at the
Yeah.
end.
Would you
Did you
just
take
like?
the skin off?
Would you do like an apple?
I'm not a savage.
Would you do like an apple where you've just got the bit in the middle that you don't eat?
Oh no, that's the best bit.
Oh, so you just have
all the
the
apple.
gross bits at the end. Oh, the core. No,
But they're
like,
good 'cause
you don't
you
eat
can-
an apple core
you
that's
can
got
sort of
arsenic
like-
in it. It's
you-
poisonous.
I've heard that's a myth.
Really?
That you can actually eat the apple core.
Do we have an apple? How many?
I can get an apple. Like there is apples in this house.
We should eat arsenic.
Well, I got a bottle of that too. Oh no, let's do
Really?
some science. All right, you drink some arsenic. You drink some metho. I'll drink some fluoridated water.
I thought
That's very
one of
dangerous.
us was going to eat the whole apple. It's like, who dies
Oh
first?
no, you just cut the seeds out. You don't need that nutrition if you're going to eat arsenic. You're going to die.
But no, I saw a video of I think it was the video about you can eat the core, and it was a video of like showing like how to eat a whole apple, like not in one go, but like to like the process of eating it so you can eat the whole thing. And I think the trick was to start with the base. I can't remember. We'd have to get the video up to check.
Yeah,
but
wait,
it was
like-
it wasn't like biting to the side like normal. There was like you bite into it in a different way to normal, or maybe you bite a couple of the sides and then you bite somewhere else, and basically all that's left is like the
So like the puckered
stem.
bit in the middle of the bottom.
I can't remember
It's like
exactly.
the,
We'll
like
have to
the
get
bit that looks
video.
like a
We'll
little
have to get it
butthole,
up.
sort of.
Yeah, I can't remember exactly, but there was a way, and all that was left was the is it the stem or the pip or whatever it's called?
The core.
No, the little
Oh, the thing that sticks out.
Oh,
the top.
the
yeah,
wood
the
bit,
little
yeah.
branchy thing.
Yeah. No.
All that's left was like that and a bit of apple.
Do you reckon you could build a house out of just like reclaimed wood from the stems at the top of
You need
apples?
a lot of apples.
I mean, yes, you could
You get
if you had a lot of time and you just loved apples.
you just go to one of those tanker ships that carries only that. You know, like the detergent ones.
The detergent chips, yeah. Well, I mean, see, with the arsenic thing as well. Oh, look, I'm going to put it down to a conspiracy theory. It's a conspiracy theory that arsenic is in apple seeds. But no, look, I mean,
But what if that's just
they're
what the
probably
gov-
they're probably still safe to eat, but they'd be dangerous if you had, for example,
A lot of them
a tanker full of
of apple seeds.
apple seeds. Yeah,
You see that, like the tanker crashes and then suddenly all these fish start floating up on the surface of the water.
not the apple seed tanker.
But what if the what's inside the seeds is actually the cure for the fluoridated water, and the government just tells you it's arsenic?
Get Alex Jones onto this.
Yeah, we should email him, Alex Jones. There's no they put arsenic in the water.
Well, apparently he is looking for
No, they
journalists.
put the arsenic into the apples.
He is apparently looking for journalists. He's like, send a resume and a copy of your writing to
Infowars.com.
Infowars.com.
Alex Jones at Infowars.com.
Info@wars.com.
See that's the thing, right? You can pretty much just email famous people by guessing their email. Like, I'm going to give out. Is Des Hasler still the coach of the Bulldogs? I would say so. I don't know.
Well, let's just say former but possibly current.
Coach of the Bulldogs, Desi Hasler. Yeah, a friend of mine got an email from him because he did something with the Bulldogs, and the email was just desi.hasler@bulldogs.com.au. And so it's like
That kind of makes sense because it's a business email.
Yeah, because you can just you just be able to just guess people's email. Like you could probably just guess who's the guy of Google, who's the head of Google,
Eric Schmidt.
Eric.Schmidt@google.com.
Although I think he's resigned. So I don't know who it is now.
Eric.Schmidt@gmail.com.
At resigned.com.
We can't use Gmail anymore.
Well,
I mean, he can.
He can because it's like
Doesn't
a
have to
free
work
zone.
for Google, I
It's probably
guess.
got like 10 of them.
He's probably got like the secret Gmail that...
The one Gmail to rule them all.
I'm trying to think of something that would set Gmail...
One Gmail
like,
to forward them all. And in the darkness, blind copy them.
I got a conspiracy theory.
Yeah.
This is kind of mild though, right? So, you know how in like gangster movies, like they always shoot like that,
Yeah.
like they have
Sideways, yeah.
They got the gun like sideways.
Yeah.
Gangster style.
I reckon police told movie filmmakers to popularize that so that street criminals would do it because it's cool and they'd shoot less accurately.
I mean, I remember seeing the Mythbusters episode.
Yeah,
where
they did.
They were doing popular ways of shooting guns and found like all of them were highly inaccurate. Like the sideways, the Tommy gun at the hip from the gangster movies. Like all these different
Yeah.
like ways of like shooting cool, and all of them were like super inaccurate.
Well, yeah. It's like there's a joke where it's like, I don't remember who it was. It's some comedian did a skit, and it's like he's teaching gangsters to like how to do a drive-by, and it's like use a Prius. They're really quiet. They won't hear you coming. And then it's like, hold the gun upright. And the guy's like, oh, wow, it even like lines up and everything. That's mad. But yeah, I'd buy into that.
Yeah.
I mean,
like
that's
there are some people who hold it like 45 degrees because they're right-handed,
cool.
but they're left-eyed. So they have to like get the sight up with their left eye.
That makes sense.
But still, like, that is... Because, like, at most you're turning it like that if that's the case. That's just like...
Yeah, that's just... But if you're holding two of them, it's like, looks mad. It's like...
Hella inaccurate.
it's even more inaccurate if you've got two.
I know, because shooting a gun one-handed is rather hard.
Yeah, it's like, people are just like, oh, it's easy. You know?
Oh, it's easy. They do it in movies, you know? They like...
Angelina Jolie does it in a movie.
And you know how there's that like bit where it's like you see in movies where like they're hiding behind something and they're like... They've got like the... Shh. My bad.
They're hiding behind something and the phone goes off, so then the bad guy knows they're there.
No, they're hiding behind something and they're like... They've got like the gun like over the back of their head and they're like da-da-da-da-da-da. This is hard to explain. But like...
back against the wall, gun over the head, blind firing
but around a corner, like backwards. It's like, who do you expect to hit unless there's a guy right there, like touching your gun? Yeah, you're not going to hit anyone like that.
I mean, suppressing fire at the best, but like even then,
yeah, but you could literally just walk at the guy and being like, he's just firing randomly into the street. Yeah.
So what do you buy into?
I don't think I've got one.
You don't.
What do you like? What's a funny one for you?
I don't know, because like I told you about the George Lucas one that I had, but now I don't buy into it. Now I don't.
You don't
because I saw.
You saw the anime that they're doing now.
Well, explain the George Lucas one.
So my theory was that he sold it to sold Lucasfilm or the whole everything to Disney to make a lot of money, like $4 billion. And then in light of like the plummeting sales and like people turning away from Star Wars, buy it back at a discount and just like profit. So like he sold it for $4 billion, buy it back for like, I don't know, $2 billion. He's made $2 billion profit because I was thinking it's kind of like Kerry Packer and Alan Bond, where Bond was just like buying things up like left and right, and Kerry's like, okay, I could get into this. So he sold Alan Bond Channel 9 for like $1 billion. And then Bond was just like, because he was like stretching himself so thin, like his businesses were all like, everything was starting to crumble, so he had to sell off like assets like crazy. And then so Kerry was like, okay, I'll buy 9 off you, 500 million. Bond sold it to him. So Kerry made essentially $500 million by doing nothing.
Wow.
Like net profit. So my theory was that with Lucas, but then after I saw an interview where like he actually had faith in like Disney and like he personally picked Kathleen Kennedy because I think he worked with her on things from what I'm aware of. And he was like, she's the one. Like she will do Star Wars right. And then like there was an interview where he was basically admitting like, I kind of made a mistake. So like that kind of shoots my theory down.
Or
now is that
lying?
Now is Kathleen Kennedy a Kennedy?
Like JFK Kennedy?
Yeah.
I don't believe
because there's a lot of them. Arnold Schwarzenegger married one.
It was I can't remember her name, but it was the
daughter.
His daughter, yeah. Kennedy
Maria Shriver?
Shriver, yeah.
I have no idea.
And then he banged the maid. Did you see
Babysitter?
It was a babysitter.
It was a babysitter, yeah.
I thought it was a maid. Can you close those curtains?
Oh, they're just pool ones.
But like, have you seen? I mean, I don't want to be disrespectful, but have you seen a photo of the babysitter?
No.
Well, she looks a little bit like Arnold.
Yeah, that whole thing where he's like, I'm in love with myself.
Yeah. But I'm just like, he could have gotten
much better. Yeah. No, I mean, he was
including the Kennedy that he was married to. She was pretty good looking.
Yeah, I get that. It's I don't know. It's I don't know. I guess that's the thing where like people don't cheat to cheat. They just like they've found, I don't know, this is me going off a TED talk, but people don't, or men don't cheat to be like, lol, I just want to be an arsehole to my wife. No, it's like I need a testosterone boost, or I need to feel like a man. I mean, Arnold Schwarzenegger, I've seen a lot of his movies.
He can literally inject it.
He was pretty manly. But like, yeah, people are like, oh, I need to be more of a man. I'm going to have sex with the babysitter.
Maybe he's going through menopause.
Is that a thing?
I don't know.
Oh.
But like maybe like his
segue into a conspiracy.
Maybe your testosterone like slows down as you get older.
Probably.
I think so.
I don't know.
Oh, I mean, you can still keep generating sperm until you die. That's why you get like 90-year-old parents.
Yeah, Mick Jagger just conceived a kid.
That's right, he did.
There's like that little sperm that could.
Do you reckon that has been born yet?
Yeah, I think it was a while ago.
Oh, okay. Because
So he's like
do you
3
reckon he'll
now,
be
so-
still around when the child's born? He's like 90-something. He's got to be.
Well, he could
Like,
probably.
is there blood in his heroin stream
Like,
still? Or?
Is
One
he
of his-
90 something, or is he like 70 something? I thought they were.
I mean, he's in really good shape, but
I thought they were
yeah,
like
he's
they were
70,
all
80.
the Stones were like the same age as the Beatles, and they were like in their not teens, but like late teens when they.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. Jared's fact checking for
So
us.
I checked Kathleen Kennedy. It doesn't seem she's related to the JFK Kennedys.
What am I doing? I forgot what's his name.
How old is Mick Jagger?
Mick Jagger, that's it. Mick Jagger.
Well, on the plus side, if Mick does, God forbid, pass away before little
Oh, no, who am I
Sterling
thinking of?
Updike Jagger.
Sterling Updike?
I think
no, that's not his
Ozzy,
name. I don't know
Ozzy or like Keith Richards or.
Keith
probably
Richards
Keith
is the
Richards.
like crazy heroin.
But
guy.
aren't they
Yes.
the same?
Keith Richards
What's
is
how
like-
old is
they're
he? I
both
thought
in-
they were the same age.
Huh?
I thought they would have been the same age.
Yeah, they're roughly the same age.
There's a meme of him when...
Yeah, that's Keith Richards.
Oh, that was like when
What's the name?
Chris Cornell died. Like whenever someone that's not super old in the music industry dies. So when Chris Cornell died recently, there was the meme of him looking incredibly old, still on stage, and the caption is just "still here."
Well, so what I was saying before is Mick Jagger. Like if he passes away, God forbid, it's okay because like one of his sons from like the 70s can look after the little 3-year-old son, and it'll just be like having a regular dad.
Having a normally aged dad, yeah. Or it's not even that. It's like, do you reckon that? So he's just had a kid, right? So he's got like a kid from the 70s. Do you reckon that kid from the 70s has had children so that kid is
the uncle.
No, the kid that was
no.
just born,
Yeah.
other way around.
So the 70s kids are the nephew of the kid that's just been born.
That's it, yeah.
Yeah, so like there's
his
adult
uncle's-
children with a baby uncle.
Yeah, his uncle is younger than him. Could you imagine being like, this is my uncle, it's a baby?
Well, I remember that Keith Richards started a rumor where, because like obviously he's a very long-lived man, or at least in terms of his lifestyle. He started this rumor that he would go to Switzerland every year and get all of his blood taken out, and then get like 8 pints of young person blood injected into his body.
That sounds so metal.
I mean,
Oh, it's vampire stuff.
Yeah.
In fact,
it could
it's
be
the
a
subject of many conspiracy theories.
vampires?
The Keanu Reeves.
Oh no, like
Nick Cage.
well,
The
that's
Nick
it.
Cage vampire conspiracy.
But not like strict vampires. Like there's people.
Like the guy from like the Civil War who looks like Nick Cage.
Yeah, and then there's a guy in a painting that looks exactly like Keanu Reeves.
But like not just a painting, like throughout generations, there are like multiple people that look like Keanu Reeves.
Did you do the Google art thing where it matches your face to?
No, I didn't know that existed.
Really, that was a big thing.
I'd never heard of it.
So there's a Google. You get the Google Arts and Crafts app.
Yeah.
No, Arts and Culture app.
Yeah.
Whoops. But yeah, no, you get the Arts and Culture app, and there's a thing on there that gets you that it like runs your face through a database of pictures, right? Or like paintings, right? And I did mine, and I was like flicking through them. I'm like, whatever, don't care, whatever. And there was one that was a spitting image, and the last name was also Hunter. So it was like the Honourable Godfrey Hunter III.
Yeah.
And I was like, huh,
Whoa.
what? Hold on,
Wow.
let's see if I got a screen cap of it.
Yeah.
Because it is uncanny. But you should do that. It's actually really funny.
It's like I remember, what are they called? Improv Everywhere, I think. I think it was Improv Everywhere.
Oh, that is like the flash mobs?
Yeah, and they did one where they found a guy, he looked exactly like, I think it was James II of Spain or something. And like, but he looked exactly like him in a particular portrait of him in like a New York museum. So they had there, and they were doing like signings, like autograph signings for like James II. And like people were there getting like their photos taken with this guy, and like he had them all dressed up and everything.
It's nuts.
Yeah, that's good. Sorry, I'm super distracted. I'm trying to find this damn picture. So after that or before that?
Oh. Hold on.
Just pausing before we...
And we're back.
And we're back. Thanks for those words from our sponsors.
Yeah.
So, conspiracy theories.
So
Yeah,
you had a great one about Macho Man Randy Savage.
It's not really, now that I think about it,
Actually,
it's not really it.
before we get on to Randy, I meant to ask with the NRL one, is there something recently that happened with the drugs and the politician scandals?
No,
There's the
it was...
banking commission.
So the banking commission, and then the peptides and the NRLs are getting the bad things happening.
I think so. There was
I
something,
don't
something in AFL, wasn't there?
Yeah, one of the ex-coaches was found with a whole bunch of drugs in his house.
Yeah.
I mean, it's AFL, it's pretty rampant, but it wasn't like, oh, he was caught with weed. It was like, he was caught with like kilos of coke.
Yeah, but he's rich.
Well, you don't need kilos.
It's like, oh, can I get an 8 ball? Oh, do we really need 8?
Macho Man Randy Savage, so, I mean, it's not really a conspiracy, it's just a funny thing that people are like, that happened. So, when Macho Man Randy Savage died, the same day he died was, like, you know, the Doomsday guys where they're like, the end is nigh. He,
Rorschach, Watchmen.
yes. Macho Man Randy Savage, no, yeah, like he was like there was a Doomsday Prophet or whatever that was like, on this day, 26th of May, 19, whatever day Macho Randy Savage died.
It was like 2012 or something. 2013?
I have no
It
idea.
was recent.
Yeah,
I'm going to look this up.
but basically he died the same day that there was a big rapture or doomsday scare, and so people were like,
Like when someone was going, it's going to die on this. It was going to this day, or the predicted day.
The predicted
was when
day
Randy died.
was when Macho Man Randy Savage died, and then people were like, Macho Man Randy Savage took upon the rapture for us, took upon the wrath of Judgment Day and sacrificed himself.
He died for our sins.
Thank you, Macho Man Randy Savage.
Randy Savage died 2011,
Thanks be to the cream.
20th of May 2011.
Cream of the crop.
Yeah.
Cream of the crop.
Yeah. Okay, what have we got? Yeah.
Look at this picture of him old. He looks like he should be like a Marvel Comics villain.
Just regular Randy.
He's like a Marvel Comics villain, like an 80s action hero film. The thumbnail.
He died at 58. Damn.
All right.
Yeah.
So, do you want to move into some basic conspiracy theories or some advanced conspiracy
Well,
theory?
basic conspiracy. What are you talking about? Like Earth is flat, as
No,
opposed to like Earth is a convex disc, or
No,
The Earth is
I'm
a
more
dinosaur.
like, okay, like there's level 1, which is like JFK and 9/11 stuff, right?
oh, that's level 1.
That's level 1 because that's
Okay.
like most people are like, oh yeah, there's something going on.
or like
there.
moon landing and stuff. Yeah,
Yeah,
Kubrick, yeah.
but then it goes like further to like.
further down the rabbit hole.
Yeah, and then like it gets more and more about Jews as you go along, and then the Jews turn into lizards.
The lizard conspiracies are fun though. Like Zuckerberg is a lizard person.
See, I think Zuckerberg's a robot.
Yeah.
Like, I think he's an android escaped from the Google facility.
Google.
The Googles.
Yeah, the Google Labs, and he's trying to learn about human emotions by monitoring everybody's chats and information.
Yeah, I can just imagine there's like I'm a lizard. How do I find out more about people? Let's spy on them. Let's make a website where people, I don't know.
Tell us their information.
What do people do? Oh, they become friends. So everyone just becomes friends. And then what else do they do? They look at memes.
What's it? They couldn't have planned for memes. Like, meme magic is real.
What, you haven't...
That's a level 3 conspiracy theory.
You haven't seen the 2013 meme conspiracy?
What?
What?
Whoa. And you guys... No, I'm kidding. I saw a thing that is like... So, when it was before memes, when they were like Velociraptor and Rage comics and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
That was the meme renaissance, and now we're in the meme enlightenment.
Okay. So wait, what comes after the Enlightenment? Is it the meme industrial age?
Meme industrial age.
Industrial age, yeah.
So that's like when all the big corporations start making memes in their advertisements.
Oh, they're already doing
We're
that.
there
Oh,
already.
no.
We're in the meme
And
industrial age.
then they get children to make memes for them.
Yeah, like...
They outsource memes
Or
to
even like
India.
the corporations coming onto memes use that for advertising.
Did we just stumble upon like a...
This is a conspiracy. We've uncovered this.
And then what's the information age is next?
Pull that mic a little bit to the side, because you're much quieter when you look at me.
Yeah, this is the thing I had.
Yeah.
Yeah, we need a better setup.
We need a panel.
We need an omnidirectional microphone.
We need a panel.
Yeah, like a U-shaped table.
Yes, exactly that.
But then they'll still be looking, because this could be a U, but it's not. It's
This is more of a...
a triangle.
Also, just
but
for those listening at home, Nielsen's on the couch. I'm not on the couch as I usually am. I assume you can hear the difference.
Special guest.
Oh yeah,
Why is he on the couch? I want to be on the couch. That's my spot. That's my spot.
you literally picked that chair.
Yeah,
You're like,
I know.
Michael, I'm going to sit in this chair today.
I even moved furniture around to sit in this chair. But thanks for ruining the bit, Michael.
All right. Well, do you want to go to a level 2 conspiracy theory then?
Are we
Because
going to
obviously-
go to level 2, or we're going
we-
to dig deeper on this what we've just uncovered?
Oh,
Corporations
yeah, the
and
meme
industrial
conspiracies.
Right, well,
the
okay,
meme
there's-
industrial age.
but the thing is, we've already been through the first meme war.
Which was that?
God rest
That
his
was
soul.
26, basically 2015 to 2016.
Which was that? What was
It's the election.
Yeah, the election.
That was the
yeah.
great meme war.
I've lost track of time.
Look,
Well, we're currently in the great...
I didn't serve in the meme war. No, wait, I wasn't a hero in the meme war, but I served with heroes.
I mean, we're in the middle of like it sort of just ended, but like there's the big thing on Reddit of prequel memes versus sequel memes, whether at war.
That's true. But I think that's just a...
Star Wars
That's
prequels
like
and
when
sequels.
the Chinese and the Russians went against each other, like just before World War II. So that's the foreplay to Meme War 2. Meme War 2 is still coming.
Yeah,
It's called the 2020 US
Do you reckon
election.
there'll be? And we're in the look. We're in the middle of there's about to be a space race again, right?
Yeah.
So we're in like the Cold War era memes.
Yeah.
So it's no one's actually like making memes. They're all just like not talking to each other.
Yeah, we're stockpiling memes.
Stockpiling memes.
Yeah.
UN's going to make a meme anti-proliferation treaty.
Act.
Yeah, but it's like I saw a thing about like comparing, well, not comparing, it was like propaganda for all like wars. So like it was World War I propaganda, it was like all the usual stuff. Like where were you in the war, Daddy, and all that kind of stuff we learned about. And then World War II was like,
We want you and stuff.
yeah, and all like, but also like the German propaganda and all like the evil
Yeah,
and
then,
all
like,
that.
Vietnam War
and then
and
World War III was all like memes of Kim Jong Un. Oh, like his face like shrunk down like really like tiny, and like him as Cartman and like all this kind of like that's World War III propaganda.
Although that's not going to happen now. Maybe.
Yeah. What?
We'll see.
What are they,
So
what are
we
they, what are
need
they
to
going to
monitor
make?
this.
What are they going to make friends to? Like, come on.
I think memes
What, it's
could
a
save the
meme
world.
gold mine, guys. Just have World War III.
Yeah, that's true. Because
Yeah,
the bands would be amazing.
you've seen the
No, we got that whole around thing that's still to come. So like,
there's a meme which is like there's a there's like a picture of like Kim Jong Un and Donald Trump and all like the leaders, and there's a guy with like a stick. It's like, come on, start World War III. All right.
Well, I bet there's people who would want that to happen just so they could say, "Do you see? I was right about Donald Trump."
Or like years from now, when they've got like their grandchildren, child sitting on their on their knee, and they've got like a scar like down like through their eye, and they're like, "Grandpa, where were you in World War III?" And it's like, I had the
meme
grueling
trenches.
task of creating memes for meme propaganda. It was horrible what they set us through.
Tactical Meme Task Force. The Joint Tactical Meme Task Force.
We had to sit on Facebook making memes about the leaders. It was horrible. That sounds horrible, Grandpa. Can you tell me more? I'm not ready to talk about it yet. Or like he's sitting in a therapist's office, like, so
Frogs everywhere. When I sleep, just green frogs.
Oh, the rare pepes.
He stares
I
at
can't get
me
them out
when
of my
my eyes
mind.
are closed.
When I shut my eyes, I see him in his blue shirt. I don't know. Pepe.
It's like it's Lovecraft story Dagon, but instead of Dagon appearing at the window, it's Pepe. Well, they're both aquatic animals, so it could be. But Dagon
true.
could be Pepe. Aquatic creatures.
Do you want to move on to
Let's
level
move
2?
to level
Level two.
Level 2.
We're diving down a level.
So like
Alex
level,
Jones, you
Oh,
earn
wait,
your way
no,
to the next level.
So level 1, that's 9/11 JFK. You know,
The ones that are actually true, yeah.
maybe.
I'm kidding. Continue.
So now have you heard about the Miley Cyrus one?
Where her and so Miley Cyrus, the actor that played Miley Cyrus, and then the actor that played Hannah Montana didn't like each other on set, so that's why they were never in scenes together.
I heard that too.
Are we playing this serious?
This isn't a bit
I don't know if you know. I mean,
Of course it
everyone
is
knows.
Miley Cyrus.
Okay.
It's like the ones see about like how Dwayne Johnson and The Rock are two different
Dwayne
people.
Johnson.
Dwayne Johnson and The Rock are two different
Dwayne
people.
No, they're
Rockson.
cousins. They're cousins.
Yeah.
Okay, so, but you haven't heard the actual...
What is it?
No, this is beyond just like there was a demon in Miley Cyrus and then it went to Katy Perry.
And
This
then
is
Taylor
like...
Swift is the next obvious target.
Yeah. Oh. No, not sneezing.
I thought you were thinking.
Sorry, okay.
I thought you were just thinking.
So, you know how Miley Cyrus had that whole thing where she turned into like a crazy pixie sex
A
thing?
better performing artist, yes.
I mean, yeah, I got to
You mean like Wrecking Ball and all that?
It was more like distinctive.
Okay.
Whereas she did like the whole Madonna thing.
Like Wrecking Ball,
Yeah.
Can't Be Tamed, all that kind of stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So when she did all that, this is the theory. The original Miley Cyrus died, and the current version is the Disney clone. Because Disney has a clone lab in this conspiracy theory.
I'm not surprised. How did they get... Like, Leia died,
Yeah.
and then she comes back. And they also had, like, a young Leia in Rogue One.
Yeah. So, this theory is the current Miley Cyrus is a clone of the original who's died. And why did she die? Because she was going to speak out about the rampant pedophilia in Disney. Now, that part might be true. Based on based on all that stuff that's come out.
If you think about it, all, like, the Disney
Stars, the child stars.
yeah, like the child stars. Sorry, I just mind blanked. The green dots on the red box are really mesmerizing me. Yeah, no, like they like Amanda Bynes went a bit crazy.
And it seems like there
were
were mitigating factors in causing that. It seems it wasn't just something
a
that happened.
lot of them have gone off the
It
rails.
was
at
just
some point.
like there was some abuse there.
Well, if you...
Theoretically, supposedly.
like
I
catalyzing
vaguely
factor.
Yeah,
remember
that's what I
someone
mean, yeah.
talking about... You can look up the symptoms of somebody who's been traumatized by like child molestation, and you see like most of those in any
Child
like
star.
any child star well, a lot of child stars when they like hit the age of
18, 21.
18, 21, because of like hypersexuality and like low impulse control and a few other things. I don't remember the whole.
No, I can see that.
So, and I mean, like that's Hollywood's that sort of dynamic of like casting people to actor is like really good for a good like hunting ground for psycho pedophiles, basically.
Yeah, you'd think so. I mean, it's this is not the views of EnSmarten Yourself and Corporations Proprietary Limited.
Yep. EnSmarten Enterprises.
EnSmarten Enterprises.
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 And enterprises.
But yeah, no, look, it shouldn't happen. It's very bad, just to preface this. But yeah, look, I would say yes, Disney or anywhere that employs lots of child stars, including like child musicians as well on top of that, like the I don't know what to do guy.
Oh,
No, I mean, he played at Coachella, but like... How funny is that? He's like, he goes from like I think it was his aunt or something posted a video of being like, how cute does he look singing in Walmart to...
What was the context? Was he just like decided to sing in Walmart for some reason?
I think he was a
just,
busker.
like, busking in the middle of Walmart.
It's the only place that's legal.
Really?
I mean...
I don't know Walmart.
I don't know either. I've never been to a Walmart.
Walmart is apparently a special place, especially at like 4 a.m.
Yeah, because they're open 24 hours.
Because that's like...
So it's like you get like the... like like... I'm not going to say freaks, but you get the freaks.
Like there's some people who are more deadwood than like solid timber, and they go to
When you
Walmart
said
at 4
Deadwood, I
a.m.
imagined the TV series. It was like the Wild West in like Walmart.
Yeah, there's this
Like-
cowboys.
Very similar to the
Cowboys
Wild
and,
West,
like-
yes.
Yeah, that's why the
bandits
yodeling kid
and-
was there. Is yodeling a Wild West thing?
I didn't think it was. He's
No,
a
it's just-
country singer.
Yeah.
Now, he's actually released a country song.
Is it any good?
There's no yodeling, so it was terrible. And like
Well,
people have tried to make EDM remixes out of it.
But country music kind of has like that yodeling slight sort of
Depends. It
sound.
depends on the type of country music.
He is an expert on country music. That's his that was
actually?
his honors thesis was his N honors thesis was on country music.
Yeah, because there's a huge like spectrum of like country music, ranging from like the full on like stereotypical kind of
She
stuff,
likes my tractor. Yeah.
all the way to like rock country and like pop country. Like people like the OG like Miley Cyrus and Taylor Swift. Like there's like a whole spectrum of like the types of country music.
And then there's those there's that country boy band now, like Florida Georgia Line, I think it's called.
I've not heard of them.
Don't.
And now, obviously, the Walmart yodel.
So yeah,
kid.
so that kid's that type of country music is part. Well, what he was singing is like a type of country music. Yeah.
I feel
Yodeling, isn't that like that's a Scandinavian thing?
Yeah,
isn't it?
I was going to say it's country singers from Scandinavia.
Yeah, but no, that's yeah, I don't know, but I have heard some like old time like country music celebrity stars sing not exactly like the kid, but like that kind of style. So like
Yeah.
not in the middle of Walmart, but like that kind of
That's the
way
best
of
customer
singing.
stage you can get, though.
Yeah,
It's kind of that edge to their accent. It's
How many
an American
people? How many people
institution.
do you think have then tried to emulate that? They're like, all I got to do is sing at Walmart, and then I'll get famous.
yeah. There's probably a couple
maybe
of
that
people.
kid was doing that.
He's like, you know what? No
Where
one's
where is there a gap in the market?
yeah,
Walmart.
no one's tapped into
Yodeling,
that Walmart gold mine.
Oh, we should like brainstorm something like that in business yourself. But first, we need to go to level 3.
Okay.
All right, what have we got here? Oh, yeah, okay, lizards. Not like the small,
lizard people.
not the small animal, but the lizard people.
Terrestrial or extraterrestrial?
See, this is a huge debate in the lizard community.
Like within the lizard community, or
Yeah,
outside of the
lizards
lizard
don't know where
community?
they
Oh,
came
I mean,
About
like-
the lizard community.
So the lizards don't argue about it because they alone know the truth. But the people who talk about lizards,
Yeah, us.
but like the people who believe in the lizards are like they
don't believe in
they
the
have
lizards?
vicious arguments about like you got to look it up because they get.
It's on like Reddit
You
and
think
stuff.
that you would think they're arguing about like
Yes, Reddit, the source of all knowledge. That's where you got to go to get
yeah
your...
they're
That's how I know everything. I talk to Michael, who goes on Reddit, and that's how he knows everything. So he tells me. That's literally how I know things.
well, see,
You just tell me stuff you've read on Reddit.
yeah. I think that's going to replace universities in like 20 years, I reckon.
I got a bachelor in...
Reddit.
But dank memology.
Dank.
Isn't there a uni somewhere that offers
Yeah.
a course on memes?
Yeah, it was like a BuzzFeedy sort of article being like...
Or was it a joke?
I think it was like digital marketing or something.
Yeah, it would have been like...
Like that was the technical
and like
name for it.
one class was on memes.
I'm guessing.
Probably.
I would highly suggest, being in the meme industrial era.
The rise of Clive.
So what were we saying? Oh yeah, lizards. So yeah, there's a.
Yeah.
They argue with it, like with the ferocity that people argue about, like euthanasia and stuff. About
I thought you were
do
about
they
to
come
say, like-
from the center of the hollow Earth, or is the Earth flat and they're from space? But space isn't real.
Earth is a convex disk. We know this.
That's true.
Have you seen
Why-
like
why does
the
it go
pictures
up?
of the solar system where it's like every planet is round and there's Earth, which is flat?
No, it's just because all the convex disks of the planets are facing towards us.
At us, yeah. And that's why there's a little bit of shadow on them sometimes, because they're a convex disk.
In fact, spheres don't exist.
Yeah, have you ever seen a sphere?
I think so.
See, you don't even know if you've seen a sphere.
That's, True point.
Checkmate.
Checkmate, atheist.
What are they? Those flat Earth guys. I think they call people who believe in the round Earth roundists.
Wow, really?
Yeah, and they're like, and like I remember that they called Joe Rogan a sellout because he said like the flat Earth thing is ridiculous. He was like, "Yeah, I'm just getting in on that round Earth money."
Yeah. See,
Actually, I was at work today. I was on Facebook and we saw. I saw an article where like there was an actual round Earth convention in England, and some guy got up and presented. Did a presentation where he basically claims to have disproved gravity.
yeah.
Yeah.
Did he?
It's because,
Did he elaborate?
okay, it's
Yeah.
because the convex disk is flying through space so fast, and so we're standing up on the disk, right? And so, like, if we weren't moving, I could leave this here and hold it, right? And then because we are moving that way, it falls. That's just called science. But yeah, what was it? He disproved it. He disproved
Oh, it was
gravity.
such
Actually,
a quick article, but like he did it, and I think everybody that was there were like, "This is real."
this
Yeah.
is definitely a thing.
Yeah.
I mean, I have it on good authority the Earth's not flat. Just as a thing.
You know a guy that knows.
Look, I know a guy that's been to space.
What, your dad?
Yep, my dad's been to space. Look, if he was like, oh yeah, I was in the New Zealand space program back in the 60s. And, you know, we went to space once, and you said, oh,
It's okay.
it wasn't as cracked up to be. It was just, whatever, it's space, you know.
It's really dark. Oh, that's a thing. Like, there's not much up there. There's space.
Space.
I mean, there's...
David
Isn't
Bowie's
one
up
of the
there, probably.
one of the moons of Jupiter is solid diamond, isn't it?
Yeah, something.
Well,
like
you
that.
know, they found a planet that's made of solid diamond.
Yeah.
But, like, I don't know, diamonds aren't that rare down here.
Yeah.
So I don't
It's
really...
just the way they're sold. It's like gives it the illusion of being rare.
Yeah.
Because like one company controls literally the entire diamond market, so they can control the supply. They basically control supply and demand. So like they control how much is sold, so that the prices go up, and like people think
Wow.
it's rare, but it's not actually as rare as people think. It's just an illusion created by literally controlling the industry.
Yeah, you just like walk around. You're like, oh, look, a diamond. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's interesting.
Because apparently, like, people, they say, like whatever you buy, a diamond ring or whatever in a store, like, as soon as you buy it, the value plummets. Because if you try to resell it, you can only resell it at the actual value of the diamond, not the price you bought it at. And the actual value of the diamond is, like, far less than what it's being sold at.
Because when you buy it at a store, you're paying for manufacturing, shipping, like, for them to get it to the shop.
But also the price from the supplier.
Yeah.
Which is jacked up because of business.
Yeah, they have warehouses filled with diamonds that they mined like years ago.
Like
that they just hold on to create artificial scarcity.
That, like that guy with the warehouse full of fidget spinners in China. It'll take off again, man. Yeah. It'll take off again.
No, it'll be like... Because, like, I think there's, like, a slight 80s revival going on. Right.
Fidget spinners do seem like something that could have come out in the 80s.
Well, that's the thing. So I reckon there's going to be, like, a
2010s revival. Is like
late 2010s revival. And, like, everyone's going to be back into fidget spinners.
Yeah.
So, like, they may double in value to, like, $4.99 a spinner.
See, but that's the thing. It's like 20, 30 years from now, you know how we, like, I mean, I've never been to one, but, like, people have had, like, 80s themed parties. People are going to be like, come to my birthday party. It's 2010s themed.
No one can come as Donald Trump.
Donald Trump was done last year, guys, when we had the same party. But, like, people have, like, you know how you get, like, mullet wigs? They'll have, like, man bun wigs.
Oh,
or, like,
Trump wigs.
Oh, yeah, Trump wigs, or like Skrillex, the shaved sides wigs. And, like...
That's true.
And they'll wear hipster, like, outfits, ironically.
There'll be new kind of fashion. It'll be nouveau hipster.
Yeah, and they'll make, like,
second wave
jeggings
hipster.
And stuff for costumes.
Yeah, they'll make jeggings.
Like spandex jeggings. Because, like, costumes have to be a little bit, like, slutty as well.
Yeah.
Male or female. Oh, unless you're a man without a good body, then it's like just rug up, put this trash bag on your head. You know. But like if you're a bodybuilder, every costume is like, I'm going to go as Tarzan, or I'm going to go as Conan the Barbarian, I'm going to go as another character who wears loincloths.
He-Man.
It's like, hey, do you have anything else that doesn't wear loincloths?
Speaking of that, have you seen the Walmart ad of like He-Man and Skeletor dancing to like Time of Your Life from Dirty Dancing?
No.
Do they wake up in the morning?
Oh no, it's either
step
Walmart
outside,
or Amazon
take
or something.
Breath and get
but
real
no,
high?
no, it's like He-Man walks into this bar, like a Roadhouse kind of like bar, and like Skeletor's there, and like the voiceover's like He-Man and Skeletor just save some money shipping with like also like something like Amazon, Walmart. I can't remember Walmart online. I cannot remember what it was, but if you Google the ad, you'll be able to find it. And it's literally He-Man and Skeletor dancing to the song, to like that scene from Dirty Dancing between Patrick Swayze and I forget the actress's name, to like I've had the time of my life.
Oh, you mean the song "Time of Your Life"?
Yeah, that song.
Dance, yeah.
They do that dance like He-Man and Skeletor. The guy that is playing He-Man looks like He-Man. He is huge, short, huge. Got the wig. The costume is like spot on, even though he's hardly wearing anything. But he's huge.
Costume he has
like
to wear.
His body is a costume.
Yeah, but like he's
that
just
size.
like I'm getting this up. You need to see it's just surreal seeing him because he looks exactly like the cartoon, but like real.
Yeah, no.
Well, in the meantime, are you ready to go to level 4?
We need to go deeper.
Are you ready?
Inception, go.
North Korea is actually a utopia.
Yeah, I get that. I've been to
all
North Korea.
their propaganda is actually true. And everything we've heard about it is Western propaganda trying to keep us away from glorious leaders' embrace. Was it Dear Leaders Embrace?
Dear Leaders Embrace. I mean, yeah. It could be a thing. I think it'd be hilarious if it was. Because it's like, they'd be like Kim Jong-un Who I thought he would sound like a. I told you the whole time. Actually sounds like just like a normal dude though.
Yeah, it was weird, right?
But yeah, I thought he had like this. Like
No, because he looks a little bit evil. Like he's got that Dr. Evil look.
he does, and the outfits
Yeah, right.
just tone him down a bit. Just turn it down.
Turn the
Slightly.
colour down a little
Turn
bit.
the color down a bit.
Saturation.
Dr. Eva. But yeah, no, it's like I wouldn't be surprised. And he comes out and he's like, "I told you the whole time. Why did you not listen?"
You could have prevented this. What's your
Yeah.
thoughts on that, Neilson?
Sorry, I'm just trying to get him out.
He really likes videos of muscular men in loincloths.
No, seriously, look at this.
Okay, that's impressive.
Wow, yeah,
Yeah.
he's a real hitman.
Yeah. And like they do the whole song, and like all like the people at the pub are like joining in, and it's weird, but like
We missed
Yeah.
half that sentence, but that's all right. It should be audible in the other mics.
yeah. And then there's Dolph Lundgren,
So-
which I have not seen.
So, thoughts?
About North Korea.
North Korea's actually a utopia. Their propaganda's right.
Well, they definitely claim to be.
That's exactly what a conspiracy theory
Yeah.
is.
Yeah, so like
Yeah,
maybe,
it's-
No.
like maybe they just make up all the stories about like Kim Jong Un killed that one of his generals with a anti-aircraft gun. Have you heard that one?
Shit, yeah, that happened. I remember.
Like the guy blew up and went in like 7 different directions.
I remember. Actually, I completely forgot about that, but now I remember. I remember hearing that.
Yeah, actually, you know that YouTube channel FPS Russia?
Yeah.
I think he actually, like shortly after that happened, he managed to track down one of those guns, and he like tested it out
course he did.
on his
I'm
like
90%
target range.
sure that dude's not Russian. I'm pretty sure he's like
No, he's in Texas, which makes a lot more sense actually.
no, but like
Like,
he's
he's-
got like the Russian accent because I used to watch a lot of FPS Russia.
Oh, it's fake accent. He's Texan or something.
Is he?
Yeah, like he lives in America. That's how he gets so many guns.
But couldn't he be Russian, having moved to America?
No, like
Yeah.
he's American. He just uses a
He is.
fake Russian
He
accent.
is actually American.
I'm pretty sure. I don't know. Stanley told me he's actually American.
Oh, okay. He never told me that.
Yeah, but like Stanley also doesn't call it Turkish delight. He calls it Greek victory cubes.
Yeah, no, because I know FPS Russia was in America. Like I knew he lived in it. I always just presumed that he was actually Russian, but like he moved to America and lives in like Texas and like has this huge property which he does all his shooting.
We have to check that.
Is this a conspiracy?
It seems like it is.
No, I could no, but like getting back on topic, Neilson. It's okay. I had the same problem. So in a previous podcast we had like we started talking about whatever, and then like I trailed off, and then naturally brought it back to the topic. Not a
He was
segue.
born in Georgia, but not
Almost
Russia, Georgia.
Russia.
Georgia, USA.
But actually Georgia, USA.
Yeah.
Duh.
Okay.
So the whole thing's in Georgia.
He
but
is not Russian.
he plays the role of Dmitry Potapov, a heavily accented Russian from Moscow.
Okay.
Wow.
So he's not even like biologically Russian. He's just
No.
full on
Yet.
American.
His name's like Adam Myers or something.
Oh. Well, my life is a lie.
It's actually Myarskov.
Yeah, it is. Okay, so I think we've plumbed this North Korea utopia.
North Korea utopia.
theory. Are you ready for level 5?
No, but yes, hit me with it.
Crap, I lost my list. Hold on.
I'll get up He-Man while you find that.
Pancreas denial.
What?
Pancreas denial.
Explain.
I can't. That's just all I've
People
got here.
just don't believe the pancreas exists.
The pancreas was made up by big insulin.
Big insulin to the edge. Just diabetes doesn't exist as well.
Yeah.
Is this like the pancreas equivalent of like the anti-vaxxers?
I guess it must be. I don't know. Like I'm just looking at. I'm looking at like a list. I just copied like a bunch of conspiracy theories loosely ranked from crazy to craziest.
Yeah.
And by the way, level 5 is not the highest level.
Oh, okay, cool.
The next level is ascended.
I mean, look, I don't know. I've never seen a pancreas.
That's true. Like, I don't think I have either. I've seen pictures of them, but
Yeah, but I've seen pictures of the
great lengths to which
The
fake
curvature of the
People on
Earth,
the,
but-
people on the moon, so...
yeah, the curvature of the Earth. But we all know that it's a convex disc.
In fact, they actually say in the Zapruder film you can briefly see
In the
what
film?
looks like a pancreas.
The what film?
The Zapruder film. It's the only film footage surviving of JFK getting shot.
Ah.
You can just see his pancreas after being shot in the face.
Yeah, it comes out the top of his neck.
The pancreas is actually called a spine. I mean, okay. People that are diabetics aren't actually diabetic. They have, you know how some of them have like the little machine or they need to inject themselves? They're actually heroin addicts that will die if they don't get enough heroin.
So what if
the Sasquatches from Big Les Show?
what if there's no pancreas? And what the pancreas actually is they inject like stem cells that produce a heroin organ into your body, and it just produces heroin. And like natural humans aren't addicted to heroin, but we're all like pancreas babies, and we're like if our pancreas went, we'd suddenly have like heroin addiction.
See, that's why that's why there's type 2 and type 1 diabetes. So one you get from birth, one you develop. So people that develop whichever one, I don't know which type 1, type 2, but I don't know which one. So
Type 1's the one you get when you're born.
Okay, so people that develop type 2 diabetes actually just had a mad night on the town where they did a whole bunch of heroin and get hooked on it.
Oh, and they got hooked on more than their normal pancreas can produce.
Yes.
See, I think we've cracked
See,
this.
we've got it.
We should write a letter to the government or something. No, wait. What are they going to do?
Yeah, what are they going to do? They'll shut us down. That's what they'll do.
They'll
getting
take
too
my
close.
computer. They'll be like, "This is an illegal broadcast."
This is an illegal broadcast. We do not sanction this. Just FYI, diabetics, we're cool, yeah. Just like, don't send us angry emails.
Oh, I'll talk to Skittles after this. We'll be fine.
You know who Skittles is, yes?
Yep.
Yeah, cool. Okay. But yeah, no, if you do want to send us an angry email, EnSmartenYourself@gmail.com.
Okay. So you ready to ascend?
Yeah, I mean, it's not on my list of things to do, but yes, let's do it.
Okay. So, J.R.R. Tolkien, Lord of the Rings, that's actually history. And there was an elven holocaust 400 years ago.
Well, didn't they find, like, bones of elves? I'm kidding, they did not. They
Found King Richard III.
Was he an elf? Was that
Yeah, he was a
think
known
so.
elf,
known elf?
maybe.
I mean, they found, like, pygmies. Like, are we talking, like, Santa's little
Yeah, the
elves?
Hobbit.
Or, like,
They found those Hobbit dudes.
yeah. So hobbits exist.
It was like the 4-foot tall adult men, tribes or something. So like, it's not a, and like, I guess if you've got like African tribes who do that thing with the disc in their mouth and stuff, like surely there's someone out there they've like pointed their ears with some kind of metal.
Yeah, when they're a
growth
baby,
jig
as
or
the,
something.
as the
Maybe. I mean, like, there's even like that guy who like went through like tens of thousands of dollars worth of surgery to make himself look like the Red Skull.
Oh,
Yeah.
And at the end of it, he doesn't even look like Red Skull because he's not red. He's like kind of like tinted pink.
Yeah, there was a guy as well that was like, he made himself look like a lizard, and he
he's trying to get into the Bilderberg meetings. Hey, I'm a lizard too, guys.
I'm a lizard too. Look at me. But no, yeah, and like there was an interview with him, and then he goes, he went. The interviewer was like, "How much have you spent on this, on all your surgeries?" And he's like, "I'm not going to tell you round figures, but it's about $50,000." I was like, "You just told us how much it was."
In a round figure.
He's like, "Round figure." give or take $50,000.
$0, give or take 50,000.
It was negative 50. He got paid
He
to do
was
it.
paid to become a lizard.
So, who do you think the elves were then?
Scandinavians.
Yeah, they're on the way out. That's true.
They're very tall.
They've got a very low birth rate now.
Why is it just...
Because of the
I'm not sure.
north and the darkness? Or?
People are like, well, I don't. So there's some people who are like,
Inbreeding?
it's the ubiquity of soy in the diet
Yeah.
reducing testosterone.
Testosterone, yeah. Because I also remember...
Which is-
That's probably why they're all so nice.
That's
you know?
actually kind of true. I mean, I don't know about the Swedes and all that, but the whole thing about soy and
Testosterone,
Yeah.
But
It's not that
soy
it's
sauce.
testosterone, it's that it produces estrogen.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
I mean, I think you have to eat a whole lot before you start growing boobs.
Yeah. Back in school when I did psychology, I remember we looked briefly at a thing called seasonal affective disorder, which is kind of like a state of depression induced by lack of sunlight, which is like apparently really prevalent
Common, yeah.
in like the northern parts of the far north parts of the world because of like the way the sun and stuff.
Yeah, there's a city in one of the Scandinavian countries it's right next to a mountain, and in winter, half the city gets light and half doesn't. And my thing is that way. And in summer, it changes. The city that doesn't get light in winter gets light in summer, and the one that doesn't get light, you know what I'm saying. So it's like, yeah, I saw there was it was like a Catalyst bit that they did. You remember the show Catalyst? It was like science.
It was like Brainiac.
Wasn't it like
that was a bit more fun.
Oh, right.
what's that one where they do now on the ABC where it's like they have different topics and it's like they're in the studio and they got the seats and
Doesn't really narrow it down.
shit.
Q&A?
No,
The panel. Specs and Specs.
The View?
I can't even remember. No, it's
Whoopi Goldberg's.
it's either ABC or SBS. I can't.
That narrows it down even
I know.
less.
Anyway, but it's like it was like one of those kind of.
Non-group footy show.
I was like the checkout.
I'll just find it.
the footy show.
Insight,
Never
like
watched it.
Insight, but like for science.
I've never seen it.
Yeah, Catalyst was this old show that was just like, hey, look, this is science. And that was it. And it was, looking back on it, it was pretty, maybe not. But, yeah, no, it's a... What was the original conspiracy again?
Oh, the J.
Lizards.
Tolkien wrote the Lord of the
Tolkien
Rings
history, yeah.
about the actual elfin Holocaust. And
Did
the
all
whole,
the-
whole thing about the elves evacuating Middle Earth to go to the Undying Lands is actually a metaphor for
Them
the
doing
horrors they
complete
faced
opposite and
underneath.
dying.
whoever it was that killed them. I don't know who it was, like Genghis Khan maybe.
That makes sense. Orcs, Genghis Khan.
Yeah, hordes from the west. Mordor is in the west of Middle Earth, I think. No, it's not. It's in the east. But Mongolia is actually in the east.
Yeah, Mongolia is in the east.
Never, I was wrong the first time.
So the Mongols invaded... Sorry, orcs, I'll use the correct name. Invaded the elves in far north. But aren't elves all like trees and stuff? Wouldn't that be more like...
Depends on the type of the elf. There's the wood elves, but then there's also like the Rivendell elves, which aren't wood elves.
Yeah, they're just like...
So like
nice.
Legolas
They're
and
like
stuff,
Roy-
they live in Mirkwood. They're all the wood elves, and then there's like Rivendell, where they're like the fancy elves.
Yeah, Rivendell's all like wrought iron furniture and like
crystal
tiles,
crystal,
and, stuff.
and like marble and stuff, and then the wood elves are all tree.
So maybe
But they've got
there's two
stone
kinds
too,
of
but like
elves.
they're more into trees.
Yeah, so who did we just say it was?
The Mongols are the orcs.
Not Attila the Hun. What was the other guy? Genghis Khan and his army of orcs invaded Scandinavia. No, Scandinavia was filled with Vikings at that point. So that doesn't work. Because Vikings, I doubt, would be elves.
No, Vikings would be like...
They even had dwarves in their mythology.
Yeah, look at the Vikings are the dwarves, basically. They drink. They have beards. Had beards. Not anymore.
Except for Techno Viking.
Well, yeah. Actors.
Actors.
Axes.
Axes.
Oh, I thought you said actors.
No. Axes. Runes. They love runes.
So who are the elves? And...
Well, I mean, we still need to...
Okay, I figured it out.
Yeah.
What race is stereotypically tall? Or / continent has stereotypically tall people?
Africa?
Africa. Elves come from Africa.
Yeah, because and then they're like bony features and stuff.
Mm.
What about the ears?
That was a.
Let's not go there.
That was a bit of a like when they
that was the red herring.
that was the red herring.
That's
yeah.
Tolkien just like, oh yeah.
I mean, it could be like Santa's little elves.
No, it makes sense because like the elves, they're all like harmony with nature and like.
Yeah, harmony with nature. Yeah, no, I get that.
Okay.
And they hold it. Yeah, there we go. Boom, we figured it out. So
that's.
I keep thinking Attila the Hun, Genghis Khan.
So we have ascended.
I think they're both Huns anyway.
Yeah, technically, because Hun didn't mean like Hun.
Like, do you want some more eggs with that, Hun?
Yeah, no, like he wasn't from Hungary. He was from like sort of the same area, vaguely that Genghis was.
I'm going to look this up, see what the
Stanley
exact
could
meaning.
Explain all this to you.
Stanley would know.
And then he'll tell you about how Greece invented electricity.
Zeus.
Yeah, Zeus invented electricity.
Yeah.
Just ignore Thor, but yeah, Zeus invented.
No, Thor was the
which
god
one
of
came
hammers.
first?
Huh?
Which one would have come first? Thor or Zeus?
Both of them. I don't know. They're both
both around the same
cultures.
time,
They're
aren't
different
they?
cultures, so it depends.
Lightning came first. No, but Thor's the god of hammers. And
yeah.
axes from the most recent Avenger Infinity War.
Really?
No.
Axes.
Spoiler alert!
There's a God of Thunder.
Yeah, it's the guy of Thunder, like that Kiss song.
Which
Gene
is,
Simmons
which
is
is
the modern
about
Thor,
it's
by the
about
way.
it's about
Oh,
Zeus
no,
though. The song is about
Gene
Zeus.
Simmons is actually I reckon Gene Simmons is Zeus. He's
Oh,
a
so
shapeshifter.
he's-
He has sex with lots of women, which like Zeus does that all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Like 90% of the stories about Zeus, it's like, oh, and then he had
Banging
sex
some
with
mortal.
such and such.
Did you,
Then he
did you ever
disguised
watch,
himself as a goose and seduced women.
Zeus, bull,
Zeus? Goose?
shower of gold.
Yeah.
Literally, he turned into
Like,
some
he had
guy,
so
some
many
chick's
children.
husband. That was the tamest.
Yeah, I could...
Yeah,
Yeah, no, I know about the goose one or the swan one or whatever.
it was,
that was Perseus, wasn't it?
Perseus. Yeah,
Yeah. I remember that from
the shower of
that
gold.
movie that came out that was fairly bad and it had Perseus.
Clash of the Titans,
That's
the
it.
remake. Yeah, Shower of Gold was Jason, I think. Or was it Theseus? I
Yeah, that was
can't
when they were
remember.
trying to make Sam Worthington happen.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good point.
All right. Okay, Huns. The Huns were a nomadic people who lived in Eastern Europe, the Caucasus, and Central Asia between the 4th and 6th century AD. According to European tradition, they were first reported living east of the Volga River, in an area that was part of Scythia at the time. This Huns' arrival was associated with the migration westward of a Scythian people, the Alans. Yes, there were people called Alan. Yeah, so just according to Wikipedia, because that's my source...
Source of all knowledge.
They're from like Eastern Europe, Caucasus, and Central Asia, around that area.
Yeah, see, I thought Genghis Khan and Attila the Hun were the same person for a while, and then I played Civ, and then
Yeah.
I was like,
Yeah,
Genghis
no,
Khan and
Attila was.
Attila the Hun are different people.
Yeah, no, Attila was wrecking the Romans, the late Roman Empire. He was just like wrecking everything up.
Oh, so he was
And they-
way before.
Yeah, he was
and they thought
400s.
he was like the...
They called him the Hammer of God, and he was like, "I like that name. I'm going to keep that."
And they thought he was one of the like horsemen of the apocalypse from Revelation.
Who are the other three?
Whichever one was on the white
famine.
horse, he was that one.
The white horse was Death, I think, or was he the black horse?
Behold.
I'll look
Neilson,
that up.
we're a
I'm just
racially
trying to think.
friendly
There's a
podcast.
Johnny Cash song where he says which one was on the white horse. Behold.
Is that God's
white
gonna
horse.
God's gonna cut you down?
No. I don't know.
Horseman.
Did you have
Apocalypse.
Do you have a business idea? We'll do it live.
We'll do it live.
Conquest, pestilence, war, famine, and... No, conquest or pestilence, war, famine, and death.
It might have been war.
I would.
War was the red horse.
Oh, which one's the white horse?
I will
Conquest?
scroll... Okay, white horse... conquest / pestilence.
Okay.
So
That
then
makes sense.
that's the white horse. The red horse, I'm pretty sure is war. Black horse is
Death.
famine,
Damn it!
and then the pale horse is death.
I mean, conquest makes sense. What's the difference between a pale horse and a white horse?
Beige,
Grey.
beige and white,
Okay, that makes sense.
Like a pale.
off white.
Pale was previously used to like off white or grey or whatever.
But yeah, no. So Attila, it was like 430s to 450s, and he just like wrecked the Roman Empire. Like he wasn't the direct cause, but he just came in and was just like wrecking
Yeah,
people up.
probably didn't help. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely contributed. Genghis was like 1,000 or so years later, I think.
Yeah, he was.
No, less. Died 1227. So he was about 800-ish years
There's like
later.
millions of people related to him
Yeah, that makes sense.
because he raped so many women.
Yeah. No, it's like
Yeah, born around 1162, died 1227. So it was about 800 years after Attila.
Wow. Yeah, see, I thought that was the thing. They were the same person until I played Civ.
Yeah, and then there was a founder of the Mongol Empire, nomadic tribes in Northeast Asia. They might not have been even the same area. So Attila, they were the Huns. And then Genghis, the Mongol Empire. Yeah, so I don't think they were exactly the same people. Because the other thing about the Huns, they were like if I'm remembering things correctly, they weren't like their own kind of culture. Or the Huns were, but like Attila's horde was like an amalgamation of like cultures that he
people,
picked up on the way.
Hey, we're going to go fight the Romans. Do you want to come? Oh, here, right?
Who are
Yeah,
the Romans?
yeah. I'm not
okay.
doing anything. So
Okay.
sounds like
we're
fun.
just
Yeah.
going to go fight people, They're over there.
Well, I mean, I guess that could have been the thing back then because like they didn't have
TV.
TV or like Facebook or anything.
Oh,
They didn't have memes. I mean, they sort of did, but
Like, how did they survive without memes?
I don't know. Well, I think the whole thing is that's why they went for war because they were looking for something, but they still haven't found
A
what they're looking
meme-shaped
for.
hole in their heart.
Yeah, I think that's it.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Do you want to...
it's time for our most popular segment in Business Yourself.
Business. Draft. Finance. Marketing. And big on your portfolio.
If you were going for synthwave with that, you succeeded. That was beautiful.
We were going for...
We actually got Stephen Hawking on guest vocals for that.
He's an absolute... Just an absolute professional to work with.
I felt like I was in the 80s listening to that.
But
Yeah.
I thought
I
he
was
was going
thrown
to phone
back
it
in
in.
time 30 years listening for the 30
Wait, didn't he
seconds
just
that
die?
went.
He did.
Oh.
But I was worried he might phone it in because it was like a small project. But you could really feel the emotion.
Yeah, he just came and he just had that professionalism about him.
Yeah, and he didn't dilly-dally either. He was just like, okay, you want me to do this in one take? Bam, perfect. Exactly the same as he always says everything. It's amazing. He always gets the
Yeah,
same delivery.
And like we were like, oh, Stephen, a little less of that and a little bit more of this, and like we were that vague, and he just did it. He just
Yeah.
knew he was on that kind of just level.
And then he turned to me and he said this. And I realised his computer was turned off. But Oh, that's terrible.
But no, yeah. So
R.I.P. Stevie Hawking.
in this segment, what we do is we generally give a get rich quick scheme. No. Sorry, business ideas, not a get rich quick.
Get
scheme.
rich sustainably and permanently.
Get rich.
Eco business.
Get rich soon, but also enriching yourself for a sustainable amount of time.
And embiggen your portfolio.
Yes. This week, I thought of like 10, and then I wrote them down on a word at work, and I was like, I should remember these. I've forgotten all of them, and I can't get. I wasn't at work today, so I couldn't go to that computer and get the file. So,
Well, we were talking about something before.
One that I'm thinking about today that I remembered from many, many years ago that you once threw out at me was coming up with trying to preemptively figure out the name of the porn versions of like big movies to come out that will come out, and then copywriting those names. So when the porn industry wants to make those movies, they do it, and then you sue for copyright infringement. Or you just, before that, if they want in, you just sell it to them.
wow,
Did I say that? That's a really good idea.
that's really good. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you could have like Infinity Whore or something.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good.
So yeah, copyrighting
Copyrighted.
it,
But
and then selling it, or like suing for copyright infringement if it happens. But what's funny is a friend of mine works at a bank, and he said there are actual like investment firms that deal solely in buying like website domain names and like selling it. And he was saying there was a guy that like bought the domain business.com for like $2 and then sold it for like 28 million because now business.com is like an advertising platform for businesses or something. Or so, I can't remember exactly, but like he bought it for $2, the domain name, and then sold it for 28 million.
Yeah, it's like the guy. There's a guy that owns Purple.com. He hasn't sold it, but he wants to sell it for like $4 million or something. Which Prince is dead, so there's probably not going to be a buyer with that amount of money.
Yeah.
Wanting to buy Purple, but like I don't know, like they could do Coke Purple,
Yeah.
right? And then he'd be like, "Hey Coke,
Yeah.
chuck you this website for $4 million. Thanks, man."
and they could be like, oh, we could buy Coke Purple for $5.
What's funny is I remember ages ago Jake telling me about the website called Steam.com. Because if you look at Steam, like the platform by Valve, their website is not Steam.com, it's Steam-powered. If you go, Steam.com is the website for, I think, the Steam like engine and locomotive kind of museum in England. And like on their page, I actually looked recently, and it's not there anymore. When he showed me, at the very bottom of the page, it says this domain is not for sale. So it's like, I wonder who's been inquiring.
Yeah, I wonder who's been trying to get that one. Yeah,
but I remember watching Fallon. I was watching Jimmy Fallon one day, and Jason Bateman was on, and they were talking about how completely out of nowhere, either he stumbled on it or someone told him that there was a site on the internet called jasonbateman.com, and it's I can't remember the exact term, but it's not a porn site, but it's a site that you go to find porn sites.
you mean
So it's
Google?
like a medium. No, but
I get it.
Oh,
And
so it's got like a list and then it's
Yeah,
like,
so like lists of like
this is your fetish.
something
sort
like
of thing,
that. I
or-
don't know. Obviously, I don't know exactly, but like it's that kind of site. And
What was it called again, just so I can avoid it at all costs?
JasonBateman.com.
Hold on,
Like
let me
literally
write
his
that down. Let
name.
me write that down.
Literally his name.com. And so like instead of shutting it down, he bought the site. So now I can't remember if he bought it for $60,000 or he bought it and then like every year he makes $60,000 off ad revenue off this site. So like instead of like shutting it down, it's like I'm going to profit on this. So he just bought the site.
So I just realized in a so all these podcasts are recorded and put out there, right? So the get rich quick scheme, or this isn't really quick, it's just a more like a make money scheme. When someone does one of the ideas we have on here, we then sue them saying we made it up first.
Can you copyright a methodology though?
But I said it first. It's mine. I don't know. You could be like, oh, it's my what's it? Intellectual property.
Yeah.
Because I made it. It's mine.
Oh, I'm today's lucky winner. I'm trying to reach jasonbateman.com.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Yeah, to see what it's all about, so we can avoid it at all costs.
To give Jason Bateman ad revenue money.
Yeah, I like him. He's a nice guy. Probably. I mean, his character in Arrested Development's a nice guy.
What did Jason Bateman do other than Arrested Development? I've never seen Arrested Development.
Oh, basically that's it.
He's
right.
he's around. Like he was in like Horrible Bosses.
I mean, yeah, he works.
He's like, you see him, he pops up every now and then. It's like, it's Jason Bateman.
He's one of those guys who it's like, oh, it's him.
He had a minor role in what was that Kevin Hart, Dwayne Johnson movie? That
doesn't really
the CIA one where like The Rock's like the CIA agent and like
Central Intelligence.
Yeah, that one. He was in that. There's a minor role in that.
Who was he in that? I love that movie.
He was like The Rock's like former bully in the movie, but then they have to go to him because something because of the counting something, and like Kevin Hart's like, I can't do this, but I know who can. It was like you needed to go to someone with like some major firm with the access to like the resources, and like the person they knew was like the former bully. So then there's kind of like a subplot of like that in there as well.
So he deleted it, but it was a gay porn website. Which that's just really aggressive. Like I don't know if it looks like they're fighting. Actually, it reminds me of pro wrestling.
Good work.
Did you just lose your headphone?
Oh my! No, I haven't yet. But hold on, I'll hold it here. Oh, there we go. I'm gone.
I'm back. I'm back. And not anymore.
Okay, so he took it down, but
it was a thing.
Can't imagine why. Because could you imagine like your publicity agent just being like, "Hey, can you not have that porn site named after you? It's really hard for me to do my job."
the problem is his whole brand is that he's a
wild card.
No, he's like the straight man in any film. Not like
straight. Is
I mean,
like,
also heterosexual because
like
I don't think he's played any gay
comedic
characters.
straight man, like the Dean Martin, Jerry Lewis kind of the Dean Martin.
Yeah,
it's like the no nonsense, like the serious guy.
Yes, that's his thing. So it wouldn't make sense. And also the straight gay thing. Like that's a.
I looked him up. I now know who it is.
Yeah. He's I think he was in that superhero movie that had
Will Smith
in it.
Hancock.
Yeah,
he was
Yes.
the publicist. Yeah, that was a good film. Interesting.
Have you ever seen you know how they say like John Hancock instead of signature?
Yeah.
Have you ever seen the Declaration of Independence?
No, but I have heard it's because his signature is just like extra.
It's all over
anything.
the place.
Yeah.
like everyone else.
gonna-
Piece of
yeah.
paper, right?
I'm gonna look it up.
So everyone else's is like that, and his is like that.
Yeah.
Apparently, he didn't even have like much involvement in the drafting. Like he was there, but compared to others, he didn't have much involvement.
Yeah,
He's
like
just
Jefferson
remembered.
and stuff.
He's just remembered because of his like extras anything signature.
And it's like it is the most gaudy of all of them, like curves and.
Yeah, I've perfected my celebrity signature for when obviously I'm famous, but I also use it when I need to sign things. Like I need to sign a lot of things at work.
Yeah, it's like half the size of the page. Well, not really, but like.
Wow, really?
Yeah.
Hold on, check.
I kind of unanimous declaration. Yes, that's it. Yeah,
Oh,
they wrote around it.
That's so funny.
And like you just know there was one guy who like he didn't get to put his signature on the
Because of
Declaration
John.
of Independence because
He
of
had,
John
to, he, had
Hancock.
to, he had to write, that one guy had to sign within Hancock's.
That's
It's literally like the first. It must have been the first one after the writing, because there's all the writing of the Declaration, and then it ends with like, I can't. I see divine providence, something. So it's like the end of the Declaration, and then it's like everybody signing at the bottom. So he must have just signed first, and
yeah.
just
That must, and he's got like even like the thickness in there as well. Like the, like the brush strokes.
Yeah.
So it's like he probably sat there for like 5 minutes being like, colour in that part, and then colour in that part, and then yeah.
He must have been thinking like, this is my way to be remembered in history. Like, I had not that much involvement in this. I'm going to do the biggest thing, so people are going to see it. Because he's going to be like, this document's a big deal. People are going to be looking at this document for the rest of time. I'm going to
Yeah.
Well,
put my mark.
I mean, like, he was actually kind of a big deal as well because he was
Yeah.
the president of the Continental Congress.
Yeah. Like, he was a big deal, but in terms of the drafting of the Declaration, he didn't have the biggest involvement compared to, like, the others.
Yeah, so he's like, this is how people will know what a big deal I am.
Yeah.
Like, literally the biggest one on the... Like, bigger than the actual handwriting that the Declaration's written in.
Yeah. Or he was like, oh, I'm the only one that needs to sign this. And then they're like, we'd all like to as well. And you're like...
Oh. Sorry, guys.
It's like when,
who's the president again? And there's like, oh, yeah, George.
Washington,
God
yeah.
damn it.
you know, when you said George, I totally forgot that George Washington was a thing. And I was like, Bush. Duh.
Yeah, but which one?
George Washington
Actually,
was a thing.
there's a conspiracy I heard during the week. One of the people at work told me this because I said, well, we're going to be doing conspiracies on the podcast this week. They're like, what about the Britney Spears is on White House payroll?
What?
And so apparently there was a Britney Spears on the White House payroll.
It's like someone called Britney Spears.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so they don't know if it was the person that was
The Britney Spears.
But, so when they announced something or whatever, and the conspiracy is, the theory is that she was paid to distract the masses. So, like, her and Kevin Federline, or K-Fed, broke up on a day where they did something political. And so it was like...
Was there something like that happened on that day? Do we know?
Yeah, no. It's,
Like, what was the political...
I mean, I've got the date of their breakup tattooed on my... no, I don't, but...
on your forearm.
forehead. No, yeah, no, apparently, like, there was a thing where it was, like, things that Britney Spears did lined up with the Bush administration or something.
But was the Britney Spears on the White House payroll a Brittany or a...
Brittany?
Brittany.
Oh, Britney.
Brittany. That's Brittany Butch.
Brittany.
I feel really sorry for her.
Yeah, I'd say
'Cause
she was one of
I suspect something happened.
yeah, I'd say
Like something...
like flicking back to what we
something
said before
Hollywoodish.
about, yeah, it's like flicking back to
Wasn't
something.
she on some Disney kids show with like Timberlake?
Yeah,
when they were kids.
Oh...
Because I was watching an episode of Star Stories from England, which is a hilarious show. They did an episode on Britney, and they actually mentioned that. So it was Britney,
Maybe
Timberlake, and then someone
I
else.
have no idea.
Yeah,
Yeah, no, like I would say because she was like when she did the what was the big one she had that's not toxic.
I thought that was the big one.
Oops, I did it again.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, because she was like 16 when that was released. So, I would highly suggest something happened there.
Yeah,
That's it, Aguilera.
and she was an attractive lady.
Yeah,
If this
I mean,
is
not being weird or anything, but
yeah, you can
like they
acknowledge-
weren't like, oh, here's an unattractive person, let's make them a pop star.
I really don't think that's ever happened.
This is her in
if you think about it-
2013. This is her in 2013.
Like,
She
it-
actually looks alright.
Yeah, she's not an ugly person. She does have a Las Vegas show now, so she is technically classed as washed up.
I get so I get annoyed when people like talk about like, oh, Lindsay Lohan's so ugly now. And I'm like, she's still better looking than anyone you'll ever meet.
It's like when they were saying about Carrie Fisher in Force Awakens. People were saying that about her. It's like,
Oh, she's ugly.
I dare you to look that good at like 70
Yeah.
after that much cocaine.
Yeah.
Well, she's like 60 actually, but
she's still
Well,
got it.
she's no longer aging, being dead.
we can't get older than that.
Yeah, she was in the 90s revival of the Mickey Mouse Club
Wow.
with
Okay.
Timberlake and I think Aguilera. Yeah, Mickey Mouse Club alongside Aguilera, Timberlake, Ryan Gosling as well, and Kerry Russell. I don't know who Kerry Russell is.
But yeah, okay.
Well,
okay.
one of the things she was shouting when she had the whole... Do you remember the bald
yeah.
meltdown thing where she shaved her head and all that? One of the things she was shouting was, I don't want them touching me anymore. Like, as they were trying to sedate her, apparently.
Wow. See, the thing with that is why she shaved her head was because she had hair extensions, which were then put in badly because they were and so hair extensions, if you put them in wrong, they rip your hair out.
Really?
So not just as in like rip and it's done. It's like it's just like a pull on your hair if they're done badly.
Is that the ones where they melt it to the hair or something?
Yeah, and so yeah, she shaved her head because of that. That was the reasoning apparently. But so okay.
But it just looked crazy.
Here's another conspiracy for you. Going back to the topic, right? Think of all the less attractive performers. Right? So I'm probably going to get hate for this. Sorry, Katie, in advance. Rolling in the deep. That's not the song. Adele, right? She's not like the stick thin model that you see, right? But she's worked like incredibly hard to get there.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I'd say Adele's like she's beautiful, but she's not hot. Like
Yeah.
I draw a distinction between
people
those
have
two.
that. People have that. Their own form of beauty, I guess. But yeah, and so she's worked incredibly hard to get there. Susan Boyle's a good example. Like she walks out on stage and like everyone's like, "Ha, lol."
Like the people were straight up laughing at her.
Yeah, and then she's just like,
I'm going to sing today, and then people were
like, "All right, you're right, mate."
I'm like, you pricks.
Did you see that? So I probably would have showed you. She when she released an album,
Yep.
she had a hashtag going that was trending, and it was Susan Album Party. Right, and hashtags are all one word.
Bum party?
It gets better.
Yeah.
So is SUSANALBUM party. Sus anal bum party. So but yeah, no, it's like so the conspiracy part of that where I was going with that was there's people in a cave somewhere
Yeah.
watching everyone picking who's going to be a celebrity. So it's like...
Wait, what?
And Adele's like an outlier?
And Adele's an outlier. Adele's an outlier. Sus Anal Bum Party's an outlier. So I couldn't remember
Good
her name.
news, Susan Boyle.
Susan Boyle. I had a mind blank there for a second.
She doesn't like being called anal bum party, I don't think. I'm just guessing.
You don't know her.
Neither do you.
Well, from that hashtag, I mean... but yeah, no, yeah, Susan Boyle's an outlier. I don't know. Here's another, like, non-stereotypical...
The ones I can think of off the top of my head were good looking when they started, because I'm just thinking of old. Like Keith Richards, he's not good
Yeah,
looking.
but that's... so
but they were like...
back then was different because you...
No, but they were also good looking back then.
Yes, but, like, you needed actual, like...
I thought you were
talent to be
looking
it.
up who you were thinking of.
No, so yeah, you had to actually have like some sort of talent. So you had to play guitar, drums, singing. Yes, it's a talent. You're more born with it. But then like you have to then learn music to then play it in time with a band. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's
Well,
like
and now you got drum machines and FL Studio. And
yeah, and you've got like
and Melodyne.
someone that can just like sit at the front of like I don't know, like Burning Man Festival, pressing play on a laptop and doing this movement.
No, but then every now and then they'll go back down and then like pretend like
They'll
they're
go
doing
back down
something.
and they're like, oh yeah, the gain on that's a bit
Yeah.
loud.
I got one. She did the one all about that bass, or about something about bass.
Yeah.
Megan Trainor.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
I know who you're talking about. Yes, she's all
yeah,
about that bass. Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, she then did that song and then sort of just fell off the radar. But yeah,
Wasn't she in that movie?
High School
Like
Musical.
Pitch Perfect or something as well?
that was Rebel Wilson, wasn't it?
Oh yeah, that is Rebel Wilson. Well,
Yeah. Well, Rebel Wilson like all she really did was fat pizza, which is funny.
She's in Fat Pizza.
Yeah, she's
Wait, she's Australian, isn't
she's
she?
taller,
Yeah, she's Habib's girlfriend.
She's
in Fat
Habibi,
Pizza.
oh my God, Habibi.
You know, Habibi.
But yeah, she was in Fat Pizza, and then
Well, I mean, she's actually...
somehow got into Pitch Perfect.
She was in.
I mean,
she was
a
in
good
Ghost
actor.
Rider. She was in Ghost Rider.
Yeah, she's in a few things.
I'm looking her
and
up.
she's a pretty good actor.
She's funny.
Yeah. So, I
Rebel Wilson, for me, it gets to the point where it's like, all right, we get it, you're Australian and fat. Please have another joke. Oh my goodness.
all right, we're back. So, unattractive male,
Unattractive
recent
male.
celebrities.
I just forgot his name. Ginger guy, quitting music.
Ed Sheeran.
Ed Sheeran.
Quitting. Is
yeah,
he quitting
actually,
music?
that's true, yeah.
Yeah, because he's starting a family or whatever, and he's got enough money, let me tell you.
Oh, okay. I didn't hear that.
He's, oh yeah, that's another thing. He's actually really talented.
Yes, he's incredibly talented.
Like, he actually floats on his own talent.
Yeah.
Which is, I think, what we're getting at with this whole thing of...
Yeah, where a lot of people, for example, like an experience of my own, I knew someone that was like, I love Katy Perry, she's so hot. And I'm like, she's a musician. It's like, and she's pretty hot. Do you see where I'm going with that?
Yep.
Yeah, and so it's like, yeah, they float on their own. So like what I was saying before, like back in like Rolling Stones, Beatles, they actually were musicians. They wrote their own stuff for the most part. A lot of them had writers, but like you said, like Freddie Mercury. Look at those teeth, man. Like,
Oh, before the mustache, like, he was a little tough to look at.
yeah,
After the mustache, though, it was like...
yeah,
Because I think
Like-
the mustache just drew away from, like, the fact that his teeth are, like, triangular.
yeah. But yeah, it's just like. So the conspiracy is there's a cave somewhere, cameras all over the world, and they just pick people out, be like, "You're going to be famous. You're going to be famous. You could be famous, but you're not hot enough." And then that person they say could be famous is like, you know what? No, I'm gonna prove these cave dwellers wrong.
Well, because there's, like, a base level of talent you sort of need.
Which, at the moment, for some, also another really ugly male. Sorry, just popped into my head. Post Malone. It's not an attractive dude.
Oh. I think definitely post the face tattoos.
Post Malone. Definitely Post Malone.
Yeah.
Post Malone. Yeah, it's a pun.
I think he just looks normal. And we're just
Yeah,
like...
he's just a normal person, but he's not like, off the top of my head, an attractive male.
Justin Timberlake.
Justin Timberlake. Oh, he was also in a boy band, which were which a lot of them were just
just
like,
like,
all
let's-
right, you, come here.
Let's find
We're doing-
5 attractive boys. Get them into an enclosed space with us. I'm just riffing off that other thing we're talking about, Hollywood.
Yeah.
Do you reckon it's the same cave where they pick out, like, these ones are going to be child stars, they're special?
Yeah. But yeah, no, like,
And every time, like, child star, guaranteed to have a breakdown, which means guaranteed to have a comeback tour.
wow, they're absolutely money printing machines.
Yeah. Because remember, like, Justin Bieber had that meltdown,
And then a comeback tour, yeah.
and then now he's sort of like this generic R&B artist. He actually put out a good song recently.
Yeah, he did.
I was like, my mama don't like you, and she likes everyone.
I missed that one. But no, it was different. It was
Not
another one.
Despacito.
No, Despacito
I can't
was-
stand that song.
I actually like the music from the other guy that was in it, the Dominican Republic guy that actually did the Spanish part. I've forgotten his name now, but I saw it. It was like Justin Bieber featuring whatever, and then I looked him up, and I'm like, it's actually the guy's not bad.
Oh, they got rhythm in Latin America.
Latvia?
Latvia, that's where Latin Americans are from, yeah.
That's not a European country at all.
Well, Spain's a European country.
It was not Latin American.
Yeah, Spain's Latin America. Spain's where Latin America starts. It's like everything west and like south of that is Latin America,
So,
Portugal.
including Portugal. Yeah.
so the world being round, so everything's southwest.
Don't come all round
Everything's
Earth shell on me.
southwest, so it comes back around the Earth. So, like, Scandinavia is Latin America.
Well, yeah. Yeah, I didn't think this through. But if it's a concave disc, it sort of spreads out like that. So a little bit
It's
of
convex.
a little
It's convex,
convex.
Michael.
Sorry, convex. Spreads
Concave
out.
to be the bowl. Earth is a bowl. Do we just tap into like meme?
That's
gold?
no. There's the concave disc upside down. The convex disc upside down is the concave bowl.
That's true.
Yeah, but we're on the
We're on the convex
the
part.
vex part, not the
Okay.
cave part.
My point being, because of the way it spreads out across the convex disc that Earth is, did I say the right one that time?
Yes.
A small amount of Tasmania is actually Latin America, as is the South Island of New Zealand.
They could not be any further from Latin America.
Well, look, New Zealand is basically Argentina.
Like the really far southern part, yeah.
Yeah.
The part that's like Arctic, yeah. Well, I mean, Argentina's much closer to Antarctica than New Zealand.
New Zealand has a good rugby team. Argentina has a
Rugby
team.
Well, I mean, the last World Cup, they came fourth.
New Zealand
Did
or
they?
Argentina.
Who came to South Africa?
Yeah, it was an all Southern Hemisphere
It
top
always
four.
is.
Nah, usually England
Oh,
and
actually,
France are in
England's
there
up there
somewhere.
somewhere. Yeah. So,
France is usually up there as well.
but we've got
Or
the
Ireland.
top three in the Southern Hemisphere. I would say.
Yeah, it's a Southern Hemisphere game. Dominated game, rather.
Yeah,
'Cause, like-
I don't know. People aren't into soccer. Well, people aren't into soccer here. It's a
People are
religion
into soccer
in South
here.
America.
People are into soccer here, but then, like, the people that are into soccer are also into cricket, are also into rugby league,
Yeah,
they're into-
we just like sport.
and stay up to like 2 a.m. in the morning watching the EPL.
It's the only thing that slowly stops the ache. What was this? Soccer. Just know there's A-League hooligan firms.
What?
You know how they have there's the soccer hooligan firms.
Yeah.
Firms.
They call them firms. I'm not sure why, but like the hooligan gangs associated with a soccer club. So like Manchester United has one. All of the A-League, the EPL clubs have one, and then the A-League. There's A-League ones as well, but it's like 10 guys max, and they're all like they get arrested like super quick because basically there's cops everywhere. and-
Yeah,
There's
because
only 10 of them.
yeah, so it's like, it's really lame, and all gang violence is lame, but particularly lame because it doesn't even have the edge that regular lame gang violence doesn't.
yeah, because there's like the bit in
Does
in
have.
The Simpsons where it's like they have a soccer riot, and then there's Willie and two other Scottish guys, and like, let's show Mario soccer riot.
Yeah,
But, I mean, I don't know. We don't really have riots at sports. Oh, I mean, when it's like Bulldogs versus like the Rabbitohs or something. That's you don't mix them together because they threw bottles at the ref.
yeah. Well, but was it plastic bottles? Because that doesn't really count.
I have no
Oh,
idea.
if it was a full plastic bottle, though, that.
I have no idea. Our good friend Mason is a Bulldogs supporter, so I just accused him of doing it. No, he goes to the games and stuff, so I just assumed it was him.
But he's like the least violent person on it. Well, maybe that's his facade.
Yeah, that's how he gets away with it.
We'll have to interview him
Yeah, we'll
at
interview
some
him.
point about the life of a rugby league hooligan.
I mean, I think he only really goes to the games when they're on at Sydney Olympic because he's got mates that live near there, and they like walk across. Did you come to the cricket with us that one time where it was?
I might have, like Big Bash.
Yeah, I think you were. I might have been Jamo.
I don't know. I've
both
definitely
fly
been
with
to Big
Brandon.
Bash, and Jammo was there.
Oh yeah, it might have been.
Are we supposed to use Jammo's real name? No, I won't mind.
That's not his real name. His name isn't Jamo.
Oh, that, yep, that Jammo, yeah.
Yeah, that Jamo. call him like Jim Jam or Jammo with a silent D at the front.
Well, that used to be his Facebook name, didn't it?
Yeah, it did.
Yeah. For like 3 months after Django Unchained came out. All right, I think we can
All right, you want to wrap this?
start wrapping up. Neilson, final words.
Final words.
Hey,
Give us-
you know Jerry Springer, how he does his final monologue?
That's right, he does. I haven't seen Jerry Springer in a very, very long time.
Well, he hasn't been on TV for a very long time.
Yeah, he was the
That
mayor of
explains it.
he was the mayor of like Sacramento or something for a while.
What?
Yeah, he ran for mayor in his like local town.
Wow.
Not Sacramento, that's the capital of California. He ran for mayor somewhere.
Isn't Los Angeles the capital of...
No.
Oh.
You would think so.
You'd think
but
so,
no.
yeah.
Huh. I've just been InSmartened.
Good.
Yeah.
It's catching on.
So, final
Final
thoughts now that you're an ascended conspiracy expert.
Could that be my final thought? That I have been
You have been
InSmartened. Even just by the Sacramento.
Wow.
That alone
So
inspired
nothing
me.
about like conspiracies or
That kind of.
anything that we said, just that Jerry Springer's...
Just
Right.
Sacramento. Sacramento is what InSmartened me.
No, that works.
That's the power of knowledge.
Knowledge.
And if all we do is InSmarten one person about a tiny little thing, my job is done.
So it would actually that would make our job much easier if we just had a third person all the time and just told them one fact. We could just do like a 5-minute
Yeah,
episode
30-second
every week.
podcast.
You're like, hey, did you know Sacramento is the capital of California?
It's like, then like, yeah, I did. It's like,
Or
well,
not
damn.
even just have them on, just ring them up and be like, yeah, man, Sacramento's the capital of California. Oh,
I
thanks.
had no idea.
All right, cool. And that's been InSmarten Yourself.
and that's been InSmarten yourself.
And that's been InSmarten Yourself. We have YouTube now. Go check us out on YouTube. It's InSmarten Yourself. I don't know how.
There may be interesting things happening on it in the next 1 month to 5 years.
That's a good time frame.
Keep it nice and
Business
vague.
months or regular months?
Business
months, okay.
but regular years.
Regular year? Okay.
I know it's confusing.
But yeah, I don't know how that works. It's www.u.com/tube space InSmarten-yourself. That's not the URL. Don't go to that.
I wonder what's at that URL.
Look, if you type it into Chrome, it'll probably just Google that and then be like, see your doctor. Look, send us an email, InSmartenYourself@gmail.com.
And once again, thank you to our sponsors, Bush & Sons Steel Beams. They don't melt.
No, jet fuel can't melt those. What we'll do is, subscribe to our YouTube channel. Don't want you to miss the up-and-coming videos. We can live stream now again.
With vision, too. You will be able to see...
All of us. All of us. That's right. We're going to be naked because we do these podcasts naked. For whatever reason, Neilson was dressed though. And
It's my star.
we didn't tell him
Had to
before.
kill the vibe.
Yeah, we didn't tell him before, and he turns up with clothes on. And we're like, bro, and he's like, I can't get out of these now. And we're like, well, we've already started.
I'm sewn into them.
The clothes are a part of me.
But yeah, no, that's all right. Look,
I think
we're waffling. I'm waffling, really. That's been us. Thank you for joining us, Neilson.
Pleasure.
It's been
Pleasure to be in here.
a podcast. No, it's been good. It's been good. We'll have you on again.
We need a sign-off like catchphrase.
You stay in Smarten, San Diego. No, that's. If you actually want to send us an email, send us an email
With an idea.
with an idea for a sign off. You know what? First person that isn't Ronald, we'll use your catchphrase.
And we'll interview you.
Yeah, right. If you want to send us an email and we'll interview you, we'll get you on, I don't know, Skype or something
Oh, yeah, they might not live in...
in Sydney, let alone
I sense we're
Nearby.
waffling again.
we are waffling. All right, goodbye.
All right,